Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Toonkind at 12 FPS. I am Oatmeal, and today I am playing the Professor, Real Kind's time-traveling space alien. And with me today is, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hi, yeah. Hello, I'm Blaze, and I'm gonna be playing Ellie, who is just a toon. She's no alien, although she did get to go time traveling. Got dropped off back in Toontown though, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, this is following the story of Paint and Stone and Fetch the Professor, and also following several FBSs that the Professor was involved in
Oh yeah.
immediately following the game Fetch the Professor. In which many people berated him for his actions and whatnot.
Yeah. Got you that a lot.
But things have sort of smoothed over, and the professor is going to meet up with Elli, as they agreed to do, in Toontown, because he wanted to check on her.
Yeah. Make sure she's okay and everything, because everything kind of was a bit of a not exactly rushed, but also kind of rushed
It
at
was
the
a
end.
bit,
It's like,
yeah.
yeah,
Because it was like, okay, gotta get Leo home. Everybody gets to go somewhere. Yeah. But, yeah, I think Professor would have named, like, a street corner or something,
okay,
and a time of day.
okay,
And so, he's actually going to be, he's going to be taking the teleportation circle and then walking,
okay.
because the ellipsis is in a sort of way,
hmm
and not in the best shape to make unnecessary hops.
Yeah, she did a lot of work. She gets a rest now.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Sorry,
Okay,
there's people talking in the background.
that's okay. I actually can't hear them, so you're good.
Okay, okay. All right. So yeah, he's gonna show up. What's Ellie up to?
Well, she's definitely gonna show up too. She's actually got a little watch on hand, so she could make sure, like, double check the time. She's probably going to be early, actually.
Okay. She
And
probably gets
actually,
there first
for
then.
yeah, for a bit of fun, do you want to have the professor roll perception?
Sure. Oh, that's no good. That's a 9.
Uh-oh. Let's die. Oh no, professor. Oh. Okay, so you arrive at the street corner. You look around. Doesn't seem to be there yet. And as you're standing there, you just kind of hear
He's gonna take another look around,
mhm, mhm.
a little more quickly this time. Should I roll again?
Uh,
Or
for
do you just...
funsies,
Alright.
for funsies, for funsies.
Alright, that's a 15, so...
15. Okay. Yeah, because she's not trying to be sneaky. This is just so. you've probably been around twos enough at this point. You like look around, you don't see anybody,
Mm-hmm.
and then you look up, and you know those lampposts that kind of curl over at the top.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like an arch. Ellie's sitting up there.
Oh my goodness.
she's like looking down at you and she's giggling. It's like, there you go. So many people forget to look up.
Well, hello.
Hello?
Let's see. I think I know a good place we can talk. How would you like, well, I suppose your choice of drink, but, I was thinking of hot chocolate.
It's like her eyes just go wide and she just like launches herself down the pole and slides down. It's like, yes! Let's go for hot chocolate.
Yeah, so he'll walk down. He knows Toontown decently well. So he'll go to a place he knows. My hat is about to fall off of my head because I didn't. Oh my god.
Oh no, adjust the hat, adjust the hat.
I got it. There we go. Okay. A place that he knows. That probably does. I don't know, any kind of drink you want. Probably some.
Okay.
Just kind of a cafe, you know.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Ellie probably is like, chats a bit on the way over, just like, because asking the professor, like, how much he knows about Toontown and, like, pointing out some stuff that she knows and whatnot, and just, like, general conversation stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. She'll look at the stuff, like, when they get to the cafe, and, would the ellipsis know what happened with the coffee?
I mean, the ellipsis would know, but she hasn't necessarily told the professor.
Fair enough. I was just wondering if she would have or not, because
I
Ellie,
don't
like, probably...
think so.
Fair, that's fair. She probably looks at the coffee for a minute, but it's hot chocolate!
Mm-hmm.
And they let you have marshmallows!
Oh yeah, you can have whatever you want. You can deck it out.
Oh, she's probably going to then. She's just like, she's like, there's options! There's options in hot chocolate!
Yes.
It's a very Toonish moment, like, because you know, like, once you put your order and you stand to the side and you can kind of see them put it up together, and she's just like standing there, like, wide-eyed, sparkles and everything, as they're like putting together like this decadent hot chocolate of like marshmallows and whipped cream and stuff. She's just
whipped
like
cream, like drizzled fudge, sprinkles, like chocolate shavings, the whole 9 yards.
Oh yeah, and she just like keeps looking between that and the professor, just like, are you seeing this? Are you getting one of these too? Look at this! Look at this! Look at this! Look at this! Are you seeing this? Look at this! Look at this! So you're getting one. You're getting one, right? Look! You have to get one. Look at it.
Yeah, he's very amused. But he orders a similar but not quite the same drink. Also a hot chocolate with whipped cream, but none of the rest of the stuff.
That's fair.
And he'll find them a table.
Okay.
Or a booth or something. Booths are fun. I like a booth.
Booths are fun, yeah. Yeah, they're just more cozy to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. She probably like scoots into her chair and whatnot, or booth thing. It's just like puts down her hot chocolate, and is just like looking at it, just like still all sparkly eyed over it. It's just like, look at it. I don't know how to eat it, but look at it.
Well, you could use a spoon for the whipped cream if you like, although some people just like to sip it.
She probably tries to take a sip, brings her face back, and there's whipped cream on her nose. Because of course that happened. She just looks cross-eyed and she starts giggling again. She's like,
Ah, how have you been?
Hmm? Well, I've been okay. How have you been?
I've been alright. Have been checking in with various, members of Leo's family.
Oh,
Well, they were all, worried about, uh, us being gone, so.
oh, did yeah? Are you okay?
Oh, I'm alright, I'm alright.
Hmm. He just kind of gives you a concerned look. Okay, but is that like the usual okay that an alright that we've been using before, or is this like a different kind of alright and okay? Because
uh,
there seems to be vague definitions of this.
alright, alright, alright. Hmm. I'm a little tired at getting yelled at, but,
Why were you yelled at?
well, I was the responsible adult, and things went rather poorly, and some people got very limited information that made it sound like I was even more to blame for what happened.
Oh, that's mean.
Well, yes, it wasn't on purpose, it was just a misunderstanding.
Well, just don't need to yell.
Uh, Emotions run high sometimes.
She kind of looks up, looks back at you, tilts her head a little bit.
It's an expression, it means they can be very intense.
Oh, oh. Are uh did they at least say sorry for yelling when they found out about stuff?
Yes,
Oh, okay, that's good. That's good.
yes. Uh, well, one of them needled me enough that I was also, fairly rude to him back, so we ended up apologizing to each other.
Oh, isn't that just standing up for yourself or
No, I was unnecessarily rude.
oh. Well, isn't that fair if they were rude to you first?
Not necessarily. Uh, it depends on how you're rude.
Oh.
I, uh, hmm, jabbed at something I didn't necessarily have any right to.
Oh.
But,
Oh.
anyways, aside from, um, hmm, having had a sort of a busy day or two, I'm physically fine and mentally so happy to be back here.
She kind of gives a bit of a nod at this. It's like, I was worried because you said that you were there for a whole month.
Yes, I
It
was.
took so long to it took so long to find you, even though it
It's.
wasn't that long. It was.
I know. It's. The ellipsis is difficult to pilot, even for me, and, well, in the span of all of time, a month is, if you think about it, really a fairly small span. So, even just a little bit off can result in a stretch of time like that. That feels a lot more to people like us.
Like us or
Uh,
like you and me
as
or
opposed to the ellipsis.
oh
Yes, people like you and me as opposed to the ellipsis herself.
oh okay yeah I tried to talk to her. It was like I
Difficult.
was yeah
Mm-hmm.
that's like I mean she tried. Like there was some really cool stuff, and I think we kind of talked about things, and
Mm-hmm.
I think I made her mad, but I think
Mm.
she was okay, but I don't know.
What did you think you made her mad about?
Well, with what happened with you, it was my fault you got sent back.
Oh. Mm. He shakes his head, like, no, she wasn't, mad about that.
She like tilts her head a bit, and she's just like, but I don't. She's trying to think of like how to describe what happened because it was a thing in her head, and she's like, how do I
Mm-hmm.
describe this? It's just like, well, it's like, uh, uh,
What did she, well, what did you say and what did she communicate back to you?
well, we were talking about the fight and what happened,
Mm-hmm.
and she showed me you,
Mm-hmm.
and you were saying, get away from her as you were coming over to me, and there was like this, like there was this really like there's this anger, like really mad.
Oh, oh, dear, that was, I'm sorry, that was me. That was,
You were mad.
that was
You were mad
my,
at me.
no, not mad at you. That was
Oh
my anger at the, mournful Azamar uh, well, for picking on you.
yeah, they were pretty upset that I kept turning the light on.
Yes. Um, no, I'm sorry. The ellipsis and I have a telepathic connection. So when she showed you that scene, it was still saturated with my emotions. Uh, she didn't mean to communicate that, um, to mean that she was, uh, angry, um,
Oh,
or anything. That's it. Just sort of, I think she was probably trying to show you that, um, I'd, I'd meant to do it.
but you just met me.
Yes? Well,
Dude, what about you and the others though?
I, I knew that, I knew how the mournful Asmars worked, and I knew that since I'd given Leo the key, whatever happened to him, I could find him again. Um, uh, you and Yuto, he sort of shakes his head. I would look, but I would not have any way to track you. Um, and on the other hand, I know that if I am sent back in time, I can, uh, reasonably, um, depending on the span, uh, live it out and catch up with the ellipsis.
But that was the whole 30 years.
I know. It
The
wouldn't.
month was bad, and that's you're talking about 30 years.
I know, it wouldn't have been fun.
No,
It's.
that's a whole 30 years I've lost.
Yes. But 30 years lost is better than forever lost.
You can immediately tell she can't argue with that.
Hmm.
She waits for a minute. She's just like, well, just because it could be worse doesn't mean it can't be better.
Well, ideally I wouldn't have, been knocked out. I misjudged misjudged my own strength. But,
tried to catch you. I have magic for that, and then you were just gone.
I know.
And the best of more, I kept hitting it and it wouldn't go down.
I
So
mean,
rude.
you. It sounds like you wore it down. I remember it. Uh, what did you do? I think you gave it a big crack down its wing at one point. And that's the one you all finished off at the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, and yeah, you like took hold of it and like melted it from the inside or something.
Wow. He did say something about
Yeah,
melting it.
yeah, because it had like metal hands, and I guess because whatever magic he used, he like touched it, and then it went all melty, and then it
Mm-hmm.
broke, and then the other ones tried to run away, and that's when I tried to run after them because I didn't know that they couldn't be reasoned with or bring you back or anything like that. But then
Right,
Leo
right.
made it so I didn't run after them,
Yes,
and that's what
yes,
happened with yeah.
yes. Now, I don't blame you for not being able to. No, as soon as the thing hit me, it was, uh, that was it. Um, it, it was, a little too late, um, for something like that. But it, I, you're not, you're not to blame for what happened. It's not remotely, not even a little bit.
But if I wasn't there, if I hadn't gotten hurt, or if you hadn't used the healy spell,
Mm,
the thing you used,
mm-hmm.
you wouldn't have gotten hurt, and then you wouldn't have vanished, and then you nearly vanished again. We would have had to go look for you all over again.
What do you mean vanished again?
Well, when we were fighting the in Milo's shop, you used the spell again.
Oh, the spell doesn't make me vanish.
Oh,
No, no, no. The Azamar, uh, made me vanish. The spell is called life transference, and it allows somebody uh, to give a bit uh, of their strength, of their, uh, life essence to heal another being.
she looks somewhat perplexed and very concerned at this. So, you had less life, so I had more life?
Uh, yes?
Can,
That's what
can
the
you, like,
spell does?
learn different magic? Can I teach you my spell?
I know cure wounds, but this does
No,
more.
uppies!
What? What's
Uppies.
uppies?
Uppies is magic.
But what spell? What is
Uh,
it? What does it do?
when you're hurt, it makes you feel better.
That sounds like it could be a few different spells.
Can
Um,
you identify spells? Because I just call it uppies.
um, if I saw you perform it, I could probably identify it. Um, but,
Well, here, even if you're not hurt, I could probably cast it, right?
um, I suppose. I mean, we're not planning on getting into any trouble today. I don't think.
Okay. Well, here, here.
Hmm.
She like just holds out her hands.
Yeah.
And I just said she casts it, and basically the feeling it gives is just like a very warm, comforting hug, just like one of those big embrace hugs
Mm-hmm.
that makes you feel better. And you can roll, I guess,
Arcana?
Arcana.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because, like, he knows healing spells.
yeah,
Ugh,
yeah.
that's a 12.
Well, that's probably enough because it's not a complex spell or anything.
Yeah.
and especially if he knows his healing spells, because
He absolutely
it
does.
basically is cure wounds. She just doesn't know the name for it. She just calls
Okay,
it
yeah, yeah. Alright, he sort of processes it and grins. Alright, I see. Well, that is quite nice. But most people refer to that spell, that magical effect, as cure wounds because it cures your wounds.
Oh,
But
huh.
you don't necessarily have to call it that. But now you know if somebody says cure wounds, they're talking about that type of magic.
Oh, I just call it uppies, and it does like if you're hurt, it makes you better,
Mm-hmm.
and if you can't get back up, it helps. The other one helps you get back up. I just call both uppies because you get back up.
Ah, hmm. The other
What?
one that helps you get back up if you can't. Would that
Yeah,
be. Is that one specifically for use when somebody is unconscious?
she nods.
Okay, I have a feeling that's probably Revivify. Uh.
What you?
No, no. There is a spell, um, called Revivify, which is a different form of the word revive, which is re, meaning again, and viv, meaning life. So,
Oh,
bring to life again.
oh,
That
huh.
that spell is, he sort of gestures, as you do, traditionally used for someone who has recently been knocked unconscious.
She starts like nodding emphatically, like the whole blur head nod, and it's like, "That's why I tried to catch you, because I got uppies. I have both uppies. If you fall, I catch you, and then you get back up, and then you were gone, and I couldn't do that."
Yes, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, that Morning Azamar had already got me at that point. Wasn't much you could have. That was it.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Sorry for you too. You're the one who got sent somewhere.
Yes, yes. But it was the mournful Azamar's fault, not yours or Leo's or White Rabbit's.
Well, then it's not your fault either.
Well, he seems to contemplate this for a moment. I agree. I don't think it's my fault either. Um,
Okay.
I think there are some people who suspect that it still might be my fault, but for the most part, I've managed to convince them otherwise.
No, good. It's not like you put them there.
No, I didn't.
Hmm. Not for you. We probably would. I would have needed uppies.
That's possible. I don't have that one personally. I don't think Leo does either. We would have to. Well, no. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, if the Azamar had got you, then, well, if you're knocked unconscious by an Azamar, then you're gone. You get you get moved through time.
Oh, so it doesn't matter who has uppies.
No. If
That
you
just sucks.
I know. If you get weakened by an angel and then, I don't know, trip over something outside and get knocked unconscious, then you're okay. Because it wasn't a Mournful Azamar that knocked you out. But if a Mournful Azamar knocked you out as the final blow, then that's it.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, not okay, but I think I understand at least.
Yes, yes.
I hope you could convince the other people it's not your fault, because that just seems mean.
uh,
Like, you did your best.
I know, and I think they understand that, um,
Okay.
but they were, uh, very, upset at us having essentially gone missing for a few days, and, well, they didn't know about the mournful Azamar, so they wanted something to blame, and I was, kind of the closest convenient target.
You need better friends. They sound mean.
No, they're just overprotective a little bit.
That doesn't sound right.
They're okay. Like I said, they came around.
Mm. Elise makes a slight face. She's like, mm.
Mostly they were just upset that we were gone. And
That's a
that's
weird way to
that's
show you're upset.
yes, well, some people are not well adjusted. Some of my friends included.
They need therapists.
Yes. Some of them do. They're working on it.
Oh, okay, that's good then.
Yeah. He seems very amused as he chuckles into his hot chocolate.
Fair. Ellie, who probably doesn't know what's so funny, she's just like, just glad he seems like in a good mood and enjoys more of her hot chocolate and probably gets more on her nose.
Mm-hmm. So, um, hmm. Uh, not really a convenient way to lead up to this, but, if you don't mind, could you not tell anyone that I'm a time traveler or an alien?
Uh, what about the existence of a time machine?
Um, also would prefer that be kept, uh, secret. You could say there's a teleporting machine that unfortunately has become, uh, not common knowledge, but not too difficult to figure out. Um,
Um, I guess the ellipsis didn't tell you?
didn't tell me what?
Well, the when we first went on the ellipsis, I didn't know what was going on or much of anything, and because I
Mm-hmm.
was clearly going somewhere, I kind of called my friend quickly and
Mm.
kind of told her I was in a time machine.
Ah, um, okay. Uh, can your friend be trusted to keep a secret?
Yes.
Okay, I would love it if you could ask them to do so.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. What about making another time machine?
Oh, that is not something that I would recommend.
Why not? You went away. It was so hard to come find you. I thought I could make one to come find you. Something happened.
Oof, I, would, not put it past, a tune to be able to, concoct such a thing, but, it really is not a good idea, generally speaking.
Yeah, that's. I mean, most of the stuff I got was from a dumpster anyway. They got really cool stuff in a dumpster though.
Why?
Why what?
Why from a dumpster?
Why not? It's good. There's all sorts of stuff in the dumpster. You just gotta find it. Then you don't have to pay for it.
Well, I mean, you have a point. But it tends to be broken things that take more work to fix than might be worth the trouble.
I mean, I figured I'm building a time machine. It can't really get much harder than that. But why do you make it sound like it's harder than that?
No, it's very difficult.
Yeah, I have to. For what? The ellipsis, I think, tried to tell me I need to make something that eats suns.
Um, hmm. I I think I understand where you got that, but that's not entirely interpreted correctly. The ellipsis is powered by a sun, a star, but it doesn't eat it. Just sort of uses the energy from it, produced by it.
It's a plant!
It's not a plant.
What diffuses the photos?
Not everything that uses solar energy is a plant. There are some other things.
Well, I guess on the bright side, I don't have to make something that eats suns, and I don't have to make a plant, because I don't know how to make a plant.
Mm,
Other than seeds.
yes. I I don't think you should make a time machine.
Why not? What else? Why not? If something happens to you, then I could come get you.
That's really sweet. But time machines are. Time travel is dangerous. The ellipsis is the result of millions of years of engineering and research and trial and error to make time travel easier and more reliable and safer. Because time traveling unprotected by a a vessel such as the ellipsis can be extremely dangerous to the mortal form.
Oh.
Even sometimes to an immortal form.
Are you immortal?
No.
Oh.
No,
Sure?
I'm sure I'm not immortal. I'm mortal, but I do have a very long lifespan.
You're like a toon!
I guess.
Are you sure you're not a Hudson?
No, I'm not.
Okay. I didn't know I was a toon for a while. I'm a toon.
How?
I'm a Warren!
Okay. He's a little perplexed.
She seems very happy with this.
Uh-huh. Why were you making wanted posters when we met?
I figured it was I had art supplies and papers and stuff, and everybody needs job stuff. And I figured somebody has to make wanted posters, so I would make wanted posters.
Huh.
And I heard something was supposed to happen at the museum, so I was gonna draw people. Well, not people. Well, I mean, I drew stuff at the museum, but I was gonna draw wanted posters. I
Huh.
even asked Yuto. Got to draw a bunch of him while on the ellipsis.
What exactly would you have done with these drawings?
Do you want to roll an insight?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Good roll. That is a 23.
23. Oh, wow. That's a good roll. Yeah. She just sits there for a minute, and after like only a second or two, you realize she didn't think this through. She didn't think what she would do after she got the wanted poster. She only thought as far as drawing it. What happened next? Don't know.
Oh
She
boy.
had figured that out.
Do you know what wanted posters are for?
Collecting.
Oh, no. No, they're not. That is not the primary. That is something you can do with it. That is not its primary purpose.
Well, what's the primary purpose then?
The primary purpose is that you have a drawing as accurate as you can to an individual, and you make many copies, and you hang them up in different places, usually with the word wanted, and then stated order or reward for bringing that person to the people who put the posters up.
I get to meet them in person.
Oh.
This could be a problem.
Well, and usually they're used to inform people about criminals. So, if you have a very famous thief, somebody might make a wanted poster of them and hang a bunch of them up, and it would probably read something like wanted alive, see such and such address for reward of 10,000 gold.
That's a lot of gold.
Yes. So other people, when they see the poster, they think to themselves, wow, if I saw that person, I could probably, I could maybe, if they're at least the adventuring sort, I could probably find them and get the reward. But that does mean that the criminal gets caught, which sometimes is good, sometimes isn't.
Yeah, and then they break out of jail. And then they make faces at the cops.
As
they run away.
A lot of them do that, yes.
Yes.
Especially around here. Other times, they don't break out, or they're subjected to very unpleasant things.
Then why did Yuto want to draw the wanted poster?
I think because it fed his ego to believe that he was infamous enough to warrant one.
There's like little gears over her head for a minute, and there's like this ping noise. It's like, wait a minute. Do wanted posters go to cops?
Yes?
She just sits there a moment. She's like, fuck.
Uh,
Well, these are mine. I'm keeping them. I've got like one anyway.
alright.
I'm not gonna help cops.
Good.
Cops are stinky. They shoot at you. They're mean.
Yes, I know.
Did they shoot you too?
Not here. In other places, though, yes.
They don't seem to be as bad here, which is something, but I still don't like them.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Okay, I promise. Also, I won't tell anybody about the time machine or you being an alien or.
Ah.
And I'll ask my friend to not tell about the time machine.
No, I appreciate that. I'm gonna roll. That's no good. I was hoping the professor would remember, some little details that happened during Fetch the Professor that were a bit odd, except... Wait a second, hang on, what's your history modifier? Maybe I can save this. Maybe not. 14? What do you think?
I think 14. I mean, it's above average, so you know.
Okay. So I think it probably, like, takes him a minute,
Yeah.
where he seems a little distracted. But, after a bit, there's been something I've, wanted to ask. You, when you got hurt, back in Tinkerton, you, you've coughed up feathers? Is that... What? Why?
She like picks up her hot chocolate and tries to hide behind the whipped cream as she takes a sip. It doesn't work.
uh,
Well, it hurt a lot, and I've even got like scars on my hands from that. It's kind of itchy.
oh. What?
Like, but I don't know. It's when I get hurt a lot, for some reason, it's feathers instead of ink.
That's, interesting. I've never, I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I have, but it was me, so I don't know if that counts.
Well, if it's just been you, then it's still only one example.
Yeah. I don't know if. Yeah. I don't. Like, she just, like, stares for a minute and gives a slight shrug. It's like, it just happens when I get really badly hurt. So. I mean, at first it was ink, like it's supposed to be. And then I guess something happened and now it's feathers.
Okay. How often are you getting really badly hurt?
Well, there was a one time I got bit by, I think it was like the styrofoam werewolf thing. And the styrofoam corvids, I think they were crows. And then there was, what was the other time? Or was that oh no, wait, then there was the puppet and all the furniture and stuff.
Puppet furniture.
And then there was the angel. No, wait, the angel kind of, no. That just made, everything just felt really sluggish and not fun.
Yeah, that...
And then it was the toys, and then I got struck by lightning. Because they were mean.
Right,
They were rude.
right. Okay. That's a bit concerning.
And that's not even the worst of it. I just didn't get hurt that bad during the worst of it.
Mm-hmm. Did you say you had scars on your hands? Can I see?
And she holds out her hands, and I don't think I have an example readily on hand, but it's just
Mm-hmm.
like it's just like this lightning pattern
Oh,
on her
Lichtenberg
hands.
scars.
Yeah, there we go.
I know
So
those.
she probably has one on her torso as well, since that's where she was struck.
Mm.
But yeah, just basically the exa points on her hands. She got
Yeah.
hit twice, so
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and she didn't save either time.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah.
Um, did you... Have you treated these?
I mean, I washed my hands.
Uh, okay. Um,
And I think you mentioned like the ellipsis did tell the professor this, like that Ellie took care of everybody when they got back to the ellipsis. So
mm-hmm.
not only does she know healing, she knows medicine, but for whatever reason didn't do much in the way for her hands, seemingly.
Yeah, yeah. Did, um... Did you use any magic on your... healing magic on your, hands after that fight, or...
I didn't have to because you did.
Oh, right.
Again.
You, you, you seemed very hurt.
I was. But
Okay.
you're important too. I'm not more you.
No, 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 no. That's not what it means. That's not what it's supposed to mean. It, it is, me being, older and having, more sort of, resilience and life energy, having enough extra to, give to you so that when you're very hurt, so that you go from very hurt to maybe just a little bit hurt. Or ideally not hurt at all, but that's more of a cost to me, usually. You've got to sort of balance things.
Yeah, you gotta. Everything needs to be in balance. But
Yes,
so wait,
it's
if I
not...
was older, you wouldn't have had to.
No.
Oh,
Mm, I... I am... I I can take more hits than you can. I can afford the energy.
hmm. That
That's...
doesn't that doesn't seem fair though. Why do you have to be hurt?
uh, it's... Well, it doesn't hurt as much is the thing. If you we could both get hit by the same uh, claw scratch, and it might hurt you very much and only hurt me a little, even though it's the same scratch.
Hmm. She seems to understand, but she still seems to be like you're probably not sure what it is exactly. Like she's understanding what you're explaining,
Mm-hmm.
but she's still not happy you got hurt.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, can't you learn the other one so you don't have to get hurt as well? Like,
I have the other ones. I have cure wounds. Well, I don't have revivify, and I don't have what's the other one? Healing word. I'm not a cleric. I'm a bard.
Oh,
I
I'm a
am.
cleric.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Um,
D-
so my specialty is not in healing spells, but I do have some because I do like to be able to heal people.
Can you learn cleric stuff? Like if
Some.
I taught you, could you learn it?
Mm, I not really. Bards don't prepare our spells. We just sort of have them memorized.
Oh.
We don't uh, learn them out of a book or get the energy from any sort of divine source. Um, we just we just sort of have a bunch, and we have those same ones every day, no matter what, until we improve. Then we can sort of switch it up a little bit.
Hmm.
And I know a few spells that aren't bard spells, but I can only do a few of them.
Oh. Hmm.
So, life transference isn't, for example, a bard spell.
Yeah, I know one, and I don't think he can do that.
No, no. Um, no, life transference is typically for, wizards and clerics, actually.
Wait, I can learn that one?
You could if you wanted, but I would
Mm.
recommend not doing so unless, uh, you are sufficiently healthy and strong, because it does take a little bit out of you.
She thinks for a moment, and you see like this little thought bubble appear above her head, and it's like this little kid drawing of herself, and you see Yuto's grandfather clock,
Mm-hmm.
and you see the drawing going over, picking up the grandfather clock, and running off with it when you mention
My
being strong.
goodness.
She's just like, oh, I got that down.
Oh man.
She's like, strong, got it.
All right, all right. But you also have to uh you also have to be you also have to be healthy. You have to um be resilient. It's not the easiest thing to build as a skill. It's tends to be a little more um, uh, innate. Although you can build on it somewhat. Monks come to mind, especially. They do all sorts of training that uh, builds up their resilience to things over time.
I don't think I'm a monk.
No, and
In fact, I'm
that's
pretty sure I'm not a monk.
that's okay. But it's okay if you don't. It's okay if you don't have the energy for life transference. I am kind of just like this. He's like sort of gestures up and down at himself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the people I come from tend to be, uh, uh, tend to be able to put up with a lot of dangerous things.
Mm.
Things that would hurt other people don't hurt us sometimes, or hurt us less, or things that would take out another person may hurt us very badly but not take us out completely.
Mm. Wait, can I be like that then?
Uh, Depends.
I, on what?
On a number of factors.
Uh,
But if it's like, how do you increase your constitution? How do I flavor putting
I mean,
your?
he's done a pretty good job so far.
Thank you. I'm trying. um. Uh. It's you can build. Here's one thing you can do. You can work on your endurance, because strength is one thing.
Mhm.
Being able to pick up a very large weight is very impressive. But many things you'll find with strength you can only do for a short time. You can pick something very, very heavy, but you may not be able to hold it for too long, for maybe more than a minute, or even that, depending on how heavy it is. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, yeah. I I thought it was just because I wasn't strong enough, and then I need to get even more strong.
Um, that it's sort of a combination of strength and endurance. Because strength is the sort of burst of force of energy that allows you to do these very impressive things. Endurance helps you be able to do it for longer.
I need coffee.
No, coffee does not build endurance.
Oh my god! You should have seen how fast I went when I had the coffee.
That's speed. That's a little different.
Oh. Uh,
I understand the confusion though. And besides, coffee usually comes with a bit of a crash afterwards, which is sometimes worth it, other times not so much.
yeah, I kind of passed out in the main room of the ellipsis.
Yeah, toons seem to have fairly extreme reactions to caffeine.
Yeah, I was running all over the museum, and then I picked up the clock, and then I was running with the clock. I forgot Yuto was behind me, and then I was supposed to give the clock to him, and then I tried to put it in my hammer space, and it didn't fit in my hammer space.
Uh,
And then I realized I was standing still for too long, and I kept going.
mm-hmm.
And then I crashed in the ellipsis.
Well, I'm glad you got some rest at least. But, a few ways you could, work on, endurance is, uh, well, practicing doing things for a long time. Like, instead of doing a sprint, you could jog a long distance, or for a long time.
Hmm.
You can maybe go hiking or work on something, I don't know, building something, helping with some sort of physical task for hours at a time. Now, you want to build this up gradually, or else you'll just hurt yourself.
Oh,
Start small,
oh,
but you can build up to these sorts of things.
okay.
Sometimes it can refer to things such as holding your breath for a long time. For example, if you're swimming underwater, or if you're moving through a space that has maybe something poisonous in the air.
Oh. I can swim. I don't think I've done the poisonous air thing yet. That hasn't come up in a trope or plot thing yet. She like squints, looks around, knocks on the table. It's like knock on wood.
Endurance can also, I wouldn't necessarily go about trying to invoke these things voluntarily, but endurance can come from being put in situations where one must survive for uncomfortable amounts of time without food or drink or sleep.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
That
That
usually.
happens.
I'm sorry?
It happens.
What do you mean it happens?
Well, sometimes it's hard to find food or drink, and you just have to go find it later.
Okay. Okay. He like folds his hands in front of his face. Okay, I see. Um, okay. You do not have a reliable source of food and water.
I do now. I didn't always have it.
You do now?
Yeah, that's better.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
When you say you do now, do you mean it?
Yeah. I could go ask for food. I also know where I can steal the food too.
Well, okay. But if you ask for food, you will get it?
Yes.
Okay, alright, that's something. Do you have somewhere to sleep?
I had lots of places to sleep.
Do you have a safe place to sleep?
Yes.
Okay. Is this place available all the time?
Yes.
Okay.
There was that pause there.
Yeah,
He seemed to think about it for a second. He's like, yes.
Yeah. He's gonna take that. Given her kind of general demeanor, like, gonna take that as a maybe it wasn't before or I wasn't sure, but I'm not outright lying sort of deal. Otherwise, he would want to roll insight, but
Sure.
okay. Well, then in that case, it's possible that you have by circumstance built some endurance in those particular.
Maybe I should do that again. I could do that again.
Oh, please don't.
Why not? It's
Because
good for endurance.
eh, it's it's good for endurance. It's bad for your general health and growth.
I mean, I could get taller.
What do you mean?
I get taller.
You yes, people tend to get taller when they grow, when they
Yeah.
get older.
Hmm?
I mean, you usually have to wait for something like that.
Oh, right. Yes. Yes. I have to wait. Eventually, I will get bigger.
He's
She's trying to bury her face in the hot chocolate again.
he is this is what she's saying is weird.
Yep.
she,
It is.
she's saying it in a weird way.
Yep. She's kind of picking up on that. She's like, uh-oh.
I mean, you are a toon, maybe you could get bigger real fast. Some people can do that.
Right. Yep. Especially rubber hose.
Yes, that's right.
They can do the whole stretchy. Yep.
And then some people go through a redesign.
Oh yeah, redesign stuff, and then they get taller. Yep. It happens. She's just sitting there smiling like, yep. This is fine.
Alright, so let's just not voluntarily go without food, water, or sleep, because it can negatively affect your health. It will make you more susceptible to getting sick.
It does?
Yes, it does.
That explains a few things.
And it can prevent you from being able to grow properly.
She sweats a little.
It can also take your energy, so that you are no longer able to do the things that you enjoy doing.
Yeah. That's not fun.
No.
And food's good. I like food.
Yes.
Even if it's stale bread. Stale bread is good.
He's gonna, like, he's going to, like, pull a menu off of, like, an adjacent table, and just slide it, in front of her.
Huh?
Oh,
Oh, hey!
So we've had our hot chocolate. If you like, you can order what you want.
I think I got gold. I got gold.
No. My treat.
What? Are you sure?
Yes, I have more than enough gold.
That's a lot of gold.
Yes, I do. Yes, it is. You save yours for something else.
Okay.
Some other time. For today, get whatever you like.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you gonna get food too?
Yes, I'll get something.
Yeah! She probably looks over the menu and then, like, puts it in the middle and opens it up, and she'll probably get one of those, like, kids' breakfast things where they, like the little pancakes and the fruit and stuff.
Yeah.
You told me pancakes while we were on the ellipsis.
Oh.
You even put fire on the bananas. You made them all crystallized and stuff.
Fire on the banana. Oh, wow.
Yeah!
Okay. I didn't know.
Those are the best bananas.
Didn't know he could cook like that. Interesting. Yeah, he's gonna get, I don't know, French toast or something.
There you go.
Force an onion toast.
Force an onion Oh my gosh. Force an onion toast. That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. After they ordered, Ellie probably looks at him and is just like, so since you have the you could do that stuff, does that mean you have gone without food and stuff for a while, or did you do the other stuff?
Um, partially a bit of sort of, it's part natural ability from my ancestors and part experience. So yes, I have,
Mm.
but that doesn't account for all of it.
Oh.
Some of my uh, uh, some of my ancestors either went through similar things or kind of scientifically messed with the things that we're made of, so that they could make themselves be a certain way that they wanted to be.
You
And
could
it
do
sort of
that?
kept. It's extremely difficult, but it can be done, yes.
Oh. Is this like making a time machine kind of difficult? Because that sounds really difficult.
Uh, I would say slightly less than that, but not by a whole lot. Like,
Oh.
you can make really tiny changes in this way without too much trouble. Um, but if you want to do something very intense or change something a lot, then that does take more more work, more advanced science.
Oh.
Time travel, it's kind of go big or go home. You either can do it or you can't. This other thing, you can. It's something that you can do small, and medium and big.
How come they all wanted to change who they were?
Well, it was kind of yeah, a combination of ambition and uh, need to survive.
Oh, I get that.
So we initially developed it to help us. uh, By us, I mean like my distant ancestors, to survive our world and the conditions outside it. But then we sort of got we maybe did a little bit more with it than we should have. Went overboard, you might say.
Oh, oh, are they, are you, is that okay? Like,
I we live perfectly comfortable lives now.
oh,
we're
now, oh,
we're fine. No, it's yes. Uh a very long time ago, there were some people who were less fortunate for these sort of ambitious changes,
oh,
but we we don't really do that so much anymore. We've kind of settled.
oh, okay. That's good. I, I think
It,
it sounds good.
yes. We sort of stopped changing things and just kind of settled on keeping things the way we like them,
She gives a nod at that. It's like, huh, what? Okay.
which
Huh.
has pros and cons still. But well,
Well, everybody has their pros and cons. That's what everything is. Nothing's perfect.
Of course.
So, do you go back there often then?
No, I don't. I, haven't been there for a very long time.
Oh, do you not want to go there, or?
Uh, I don't, I don't want to go there. Um,
Oh,
there isn't anyone I like there anymore.
oh,
Uh,
um,
and they also don't want me there.
oh, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's, that's alright, don't you worry about it. It's just something that happened a long time ago.
What about your family?
Ugh, uh, yeah, there is a sort of, like, pained look at that.
Mm.
Um, don't, uh, have one anymore.
Oh,
He nods.
well, all Lily's handing me, she looks like she's gonna cry.
Oh, sweethearts, don't, it's okay. It was a long
That's
time ago. I know it's terrible. I know.
ugh,
I know, I
that
know.
that's not good.
No,
That's,
I know it's not. I know. It's. It's alright. It happened, and it was sad, but I'm okay. Alright?
mm, is is that why you? Mm,
Hmm?
well, what the ellipse just showed me why you were so worried.
Oh.
Did it like you were losing people again?
You are insightful. Uh, that partially. Yes. Um, I also just really like people and don't like to see them get hurt. But yes, I will admit that was part of it.
Mm. Are are Leo and Yuto not your family?
Uh, no.
Mm. Are are they gonna be?
I don't, um, I don't think so.
Oh. Mm. There's there's this thing called adoption. I bet you could get adopted.
I, I'm sure I probably could. I don't, I don't know if I want to.
You, you don't want to?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
I think I have to think about it.
Mm. Mm.
But it's hard to think about, so.
It is.
Well, yes, because of, he sort of, like, uh, does a sort of circular motion with his finger, like,
Mm-hmm.
because of the other, because of before.
Oh, you, do you think it's gonna happen again? That you'll lose everybody?
That's, uh, kind of.
Mm. It's scary. It's scary thinking people leave.
Yes.
But isn't it scarier being by yourself?
It's,
If
I'm
you're by
not,
yourself, who are you gonna have hot chocolate with?
well, I'm not by myself entirely. I have the ellipsis, and I have all of my lovely friends. And he does gesture at Ellie.
She like blinks. She does the Toonish thing of like looking around, and then she points to herself.
Yes, you silly.
We're friends.
Yes.
Now she looks like she's gonna happy cry all over again.
Oh,
I think this is like the second fastest I've ever made. Well, no, actually, this actually might be the well, potentially the fastest. Maybe the second fastest I've made a friend.
well,
You're one of the tallest friends I have, by the way. You are
ah,
really tall.
I, I am quite tall, yes. Uh, especially for a humanoid, but,
I think that the other tallest person I knew was a Toon.
yeah, toons tend to end up in extremes, don't they?
He was like
Either
6'9".
really, my goodness, that is very tall. Either very tall or very short, or pretty short.
Tiny.
Some of them are tiny.
And then you put your hand down, and they get on your hand, and then they ride on your head.
Eh. There are probably people here that small.
Well, technically, this was a Toon rat.
Ah, yes, well, that makes sense. I don't know if I don't think I know any personally, but
Yeah, they don't. They usually don't like to be known. He's an exception, I think.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
They like to hide because we're bigs. We are bigs and we are scary.
I've observed a similar phenomena in other places.
Oh,
Just other, um, not Inkwell?
planets,
Yes,
planets.
yes. Other places have similar sort of communities of significantly smaller people who, uh, well, some of them live out in the open and some of them don't. So I'm familiar with the concept.
Yeah, it's hard to explain because it's like you're not supposed to tell about them. But then how do you explain that's like to leave them alone?
Mm-hmm.
It's like how do you, it's like they're there. Just pretend they're not there.
Yes, and it can be better to err on the side of caution because if you tell someone who's nice, then it's usually okay, unless they make a mistake. And if you accidentally tell somebody who's not nice, then that can be very bad.
Yeah, but you're nice, so I figured it would be okay to mention it.
Oh well, and like I said, I'm sort of already. It's already a sort of idea that I'm aware of.
Yeah. So you already know. I'm not telling you something you don't already No, I
Not,
guess.
not really.
Technically? Yeah.
I didn't necessarily have confirmation, but
Oh,
no, it's it's all right. I was already probably 90% sure that that something to that effect existed here.
okay.
You're
Not
fine.
entirely. Okay.
You're fine. You're fine.
Whew. Usually really good at keeping things secret. Then there's a lot of secrets.
Yeah, there are lots of secrets.
And more and more secrets. I do think they've probably gotten their food at this point, at least, and can
Oh,
start eating.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Ellie is absolutely digging in.
Mm-hmm.
Hungry child placed before has tasty food placed before her.
Oh, yeah.
I just remember the Forcenanian toast. Oh, so good. You need to share that one later. Oh my
I,
gosh.
yeah.
Oh,
I mean, if you think about it, it's the same number of syllables as some other things we say, like Mediterranean dish.
that's true. It's very true. Yeah.
Once you get
Yeah.
used to it, like,
Mhm. Yeah.
becomes second
Yeah.
nature. It doesn't seem as weird. But,
It's true. You're right. Yeah. Does the professor want to ask anything else while they start eating?
um, I,
'Cause I know you said he had a couple of them.
uh, I mean, I did ask most of the questions I had.
Mhm.
Um, but,
There's also the voice one.
that is the one I'm thinking of. I'm trying to figure out, uh, how he goes about asking that.
That's fair.
Um, I think he contemplates for a bit as he's having his toast.
Mhm.
Um, uh, did did you do you have that trick that some people have where they can imitate other people's voices?
Uh, no, I don't think so. Why?
Hmm. What, uh, I was just thinking of a few times uh, you sounded different.
There is an absolute noticeable pause. There, there was.
Uh, yes, back in Tinkerton.
Oh,
Just
I
a few, but is is that something?
is it?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know either. Uh, I mean, sometimes people's voice changes,
That's true.
and sometimes people have accents.
Yes, but why would your accent change unless you were doing an accent uh
That's a very
normally?
good point. Probably not that. I guess. Yeah. Uh,
Are
uh,
you um are you putting on an act for some reason?
I am not putting on an act.
Good God. uh, uh, 15.
15. She seems to be telling the truth, but she also seems to be phrasing it very specifically for a reason.
Are you speaking in a certain way for some particular reason?
I, uh, uh, I, to talk and communicate with you?
He seems more amused than anything else. Uh,
Ellie is probably now sweating slightly.
um, I mean, you don't, uh, have to tell me, but I am admittedly very curious.
Well, is there, what is there to be curious about? I mean, I, didn't prepare for this.
Your voice tends to change in, either situations of high stress or high emotion, which tends to indicate a sort of reappearance of someone's natural way of speaking when they're putting on an act.
Okay, you remember how you said I was really insightful earlier? I think it's your time to be really insightful in this. I mean, I didn't even notice, and, heck.
It, it's okay. It's not like you're uh, an actor, probably.
No, I'm not. I mean, I know an actor. I'm not an actor. See, I can't do voices. I can just do accents. So
Mm.
if I hear someone for long enough, I can sound like them, but I not them exactly.
It's
Like, I
still
mean, I
your
was able to,
voice, but you can emulate
yeah,
their tone and such.
yeah. I mean, I've I've gotten some practice in sounding like other people. I was able to sound like Norman, but no, Trevor. Trevor. His name was Trevor. Uh, uh, but and I convinced his friend, but like that was just me. That was just me. That like the accent helped, but like
Hmm.
it's not. Uh, I don't usually look like this either.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh, uh, well, he sort of like glances around the, um, cafe. Uh, I, um, I imagine you probably have it for a reason, but, I have a, ability that could let me see. Would you mind?
Well, I mean, it's not an illusion, is the thing. Do you see through like solid stuff, like
Uh,
makeup, outfits?
uh, mm, if it's magical, yes.
Yeah, no, this is a wig.
Uh, okay.
I mean, you
No.
could try, but I know. Never mind then. Yeah, this is.
Well, I also probably, I, I mean, if you were somebody I knew in your other look, I probably, hopefully, would have, recognized you by now, but, it's not like I don't have a comparison, so.
Wait, how does your sight. Actually, you know what? Hang on. Hold that thought. And she just like kind of slides underneath the table,
Mm-hmm.
and you just hear like. rustling,
Mm-hmm.
and she pops back up. She's like, "Okay, now it's magic. Now try."
Oh, okay. Uh, he's, uh, I'm afraid it's, kind of close range, so, could I have your hands?
Okay. And she holds out her hands.
Yeah. Uh, I'm gonna roll. Oh,
Is it not
it
working?
is not working right now.
Of course, it's not.
So he's like, trying to, concentrate, and it's just nothing's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So he, uh, lets go and kind of leans back in his seat, uh,
Mm-hmm.
with a bit of a huff.
Did did it not work
No, it,
or?
it didn't. It's a
Oh.
bit finicky.
Oh. I. Uh. Hmm.
I mean, you don't
Uh,
have to show me. I was just, uh, curious. Why?
well, the why is. I mean. Uh. eh, Here, hang on. And she just kind of like props like the menu up to the side to like
Mm-hmm.
give herself like kind of cover.
Yeah.
And what she did was she changed out of her disguise and used what is it? The disguise self
Mm-hmm.
to make it a spell that he could see through.
Mm-hmm.
And just for a moment, like she just dispels it for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to give me like just an insight really quick?
Yeah, sure. Oh, okay. That is, I think, 21. Let's see.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
It makes sense you pick up on this, yeah. So she looks completely different. Her hair is no longer red. She doesn't have freckles. She's not even wearing the glasses or anything. Her hair is a uh basically a gradient of blue,
Mm.
and it's light at the top. It was like gets darker at the ends.
Mm-hmm.
Brown eyes. She's wearing a jacket, shirt, shorts, and whatnot. And the most notable thing you notice is before she looked like she was maybe between like 15, 16, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
She now looks like she's between 8 and 11.
Oh boy. How did you do that? How did you? No, specifically, you look younger.
Yeah, this is kind of like how I usually look. Most times, depending.
How many years do you actually have?
I don't know.
Okay.
I forgot. I was told I may be 11. I thought I was 8, but maybe I'm 11.
Mm.
But definitely a baby. That's like no
Oh,
matter what I do, I seem to always be baby.
okay. How many years do you remember?
Oh, see, that's the thing. I forgot a lot. Apparently, well, actually, I don't know if it's a lot or a few, but I forgot. Like there was, like I remember maybe five, one, two, five, maybe.
Uh, how many do
But
you remember clearly?
oh, 5 or 6, I think.
5 or 6 years?
Yeah. See, I was older than you thought. I'm not one. I am maybe 11.
I see, I see.
I don't know.
Oh, right, so that was a bit of a, that, that, identity had been, created just the other day, as it were, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's a clever play.
She smiles very happily at that.
Um, are you hiding from something or someone?
Maybe.
Is
Technically, yes.
oh, okay.
That's why I've got backup purses. In case I need to get away.
Backup purses?
Yeah.
Wh- Like a well, what do you put in a backup purse?
Well, you put like a face, a personality, and like a disguise, and like this whole person,
Oh,
and
person.
yeah, it's a purse. It's a Sona purse.
Uh,
It's a persona. It's just like an alternate thing.
uh-huh.
Just getting the name wrong.
Okay, okay. Yeah, he's like so there's not an actual bag involved.
No.
All right. Okay, I understand. Um are you in danger?
I don't know.
Mm,
Like, I don't remember, which is part of the problem. But
mhm.
somebody's apparently looking for me. I don't know how actively they're looking for me.
And this is a bad
Uh,
thing?
Potentially.
Hmm,
We don't know.
I see. So you'd want to know
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
before you decide whether you want to be found.
Yeah, I don't think I want to be found. I think if I'm found, I lose. I don't know what I lose, though.
Oh, that's huh. Well, I mean that doesn't sound good, but I
No.
I guess good to have good to gather more information.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I don't know how to do that, though. So right now I'm just trying to make, like, false people. And that's what I was doing think, because it's like, then people know, and then this person exists,
Mm.
and it becomes a more solid purse.
Mm. Um, people might get confused if you call it that. You might want to say either person or persona.
Yeah, but it, yeah, so yeah, it's a purse owner. It's an owner purse. Person, person,
Persona.
persona. I have a persona.
Uh, Close. There's no R at the end.
Oh,
I just say that because purse usually refers to a handbag.
it does.
Yes.
Oh, she looks at the side bag that she's been carrying around as Ellie. Is this a purse?
Uh, eh, uh, mm, sort of, yes, I guess. There are some people who are more, picky about fashion who would probably argue that it qualifies more as a sort of satchel or messenger bag. But, for the wider, definition of purse, yes.
Oh, yep. This isn't. Yep. I mean, I've got it, but this is not the. Okay.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Also, one thing I forgot to mention was she doesn't. It's not. Sorry, it's not just the age difference, but she's now shorter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so I understand the uh wig and
Hmm.
different story, different
Hmm.
voice.
Yeah.
How do you change your physical form so drastically? Is that magic?
I did just is like I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just let's see how does Avery work here? Oh, there we go. Plus, let's see if she can. All right, that's only a 7. Hang on. Where did I? Yeah, it's like I just she like motions a hand to herself, pauses. Okay, hang on. That actually didn't work that time. That's hang on, let me try again. Hang on.
Don't strain yourself.
I got it. Okay, that's a 12. All right, that's at least enough for one of them. And like as she's sitting there, and you look at her, there's kind of like a ripple effect, and she looks older again. And she looks about not quite the 15, 17 range of before. She looks like she's maybe about 14. Like only a bit older. Like, well, that I was expecting more than that, but that's a bit bigger.
I see. That's an unusual ability.
Yeah, I kind of.
And
I mean,
not one that is innate to tunes, typically?
not so much. Yeah, I don't think so. It's
Are you
yeah.
are you part changeling?
I don't think so. I think I'm just a tune.
Huh.
Maybe.
Hmm.
I think. Yes. No, I'm tune. Yes.
Well, yes. I mean, you. Hmm. Well, I mean that depends. You don't seem to be very confident about your origins.
I'm not. It's frustrating.
Right, right. So it's you could be, as in your story, a tune who just sort of came into existence, or you could have come from some lineage or other, which I think just the closest thing I could think of would be changelings. If somebody in your somebody in your ancestry was a changeling, then that might lead to somebody like you being able to do something like that, but it's uh unusual and
Yeah.
not a perfect explanation.
Aw.
So
I was
I
hoping.
I can't tell you for sure.
Aw, that's okay. I don't know either. I didn't even know I'd forgotten stuff until recently. I thought I just knew stuff, but then I found out I did not know stuff. And now I know that I don't know.
Uh,
It sucks. Like hoping I could get my memories back.
yes, I hope you can get your memories back.
Thank you. 'Cause I don't know if they're good or bad, but I want them anyway, you know?
I do. I myself had lost a significant chunk of memories for a while, and I was pretty certain from context that they were bad, but I still wanted them back, and I did get them back.
She just looks at you a moment, disappears underneath the table, comes out the other side, and you're now getting hugged.
Aww.
She's giving you the biggest squeeze hug that she can.
Yeah, yeah. He is absolutely hugging back,
Oh.
very tightly.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you were able to get your memories back, and if you got yours back, that probably means I could get mine back eventually, right?
It's a very good, it's a very good sign.
Mm-hmm. Is, is there a way to keep from losing your memories to like make sure you can't forget?
There are few ways of doing so. The easier ones being keeping a log, a journal of some kind, or recording that you can refer back to if you forget, to remind yourself things. There are other more obscure methods, magical related, that may be able to keep the mind from being susceptible to other magical effects that may affect memory. But those things are difficult to come by.
Well, difficult doesn't mean impossible, right? Like,
Oh no, wait. I was doing Ellie voice again. Wait, I should probably get into my. How do people do? How do people be other people? It's tiring. I just want to be me.
It's alright, it's alright. Have you got places where you can just be you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
It's just,
consider if, well, maybe not just right here, but if we're ever hanging out again, and it's just us, you can take whatever form you like.
Yeah, any form.
I suppose so. Just don't overdo it. Don't don't hurt yourself
Okay.
now.
Okay,
All
I'll try
right.
not to. Sometimes it happens anyway, but that's apparently an accident, and when you're not doing it on purpose.
All right. Just be careful then.
Okay. I thought I was being careful before, and then there were assholes.
Uh,
she's specifically talking about the ASMRs. You're guessing this is words to puppies on purpose. And she also blinks and like looks up at you. It's like,
Wait a minute, how come I say words and you don't say anything against the words?
what? What words?
Well, I said fuck earlier.
Did you?
Maybe not.
Uh, he shrugs. Don't. I don't really care.
And I know that doesn't care about language.
Sometimes sometimes I pretend to be funny. Like if I scold Leo for saying something.
Ah, for the bit.
Yes, for the bit.
Yeah.
And sometimes there are situations which call for it, in which case I might remind people.
Ah.
But generally speaking, I do not care.
Are you like one of those adults that teaches the bad words?
Not unless specifically asked.
Can you teach me once in other languages?
Oh, goodness. I could. um, let's see. How about I just teach you one, okay?
Okay.
All right. This one is it's Celestial, but it's a particular dialect. I don't know if you know Celestial. Do you?
But, it Say something in it, and then I see if I can understand it.
In Celestial, he says, can you understand what I'm saying?
She nods.
I know that one. That's what the ellipsis talked. Well, not talked. That was kind of like the ellipsis.
Ah, yes, yes. Wow, surprising. Yes, that would be what she would resort to. Um, yes, that one. That's Celestial. My, kind speak Celestial, but a specific sort of dialect, form of it, a sort of slightly different flavor of language.
I didn't know language had taste.
It's a metaphor, not literal.
Oh, I was excited to learn language taste.
It really just means that it is slightly different in a way that might be hard to quantify, or say for sure.
Ah, yeah. The ellipsis sounded really confusing when we were trying to fix it and to go find you. Like with the rust and the gears, and then the. I mean, we obviously got there in the end, but like
Right.
there was also the mind flare we saw along the way, and
Yeah, that's concerning. I don't.
that was concerning. And then there was the candelabra that tried to eat Leo, and
The
then we,
mimic.
yeah,
Yeah.
that,
Mm-hmm.
and then we put it under a bowl.
Yes. It's gone now.
Oh, good. I didn't know what to do with it.
That's understandable. What was I saying? Oh, yes, this particular dialect. I it would I don't really have time to teach you the whole thing, but he's he is going to teach her a sort of mildly offensive word in Phalligray and Celestial, which I do not have. I don't have a word for you, but
No, that's fair.
but that is something she knows now.
Yay!
He will explain its meaning and how to use it. But yeah.
She probably giggles and is just like whispers it a few times, giggles again.
uh
She seems very pleased with herself.
uh-huh. uh Professor is also very amused.
Do you want me to teach you a word? I know the celestial one,
Hmm.
and I know how to talk with my hands in two different ways.
Ah, let's see. Well, I know Celestial. And I'll be honest, I probably know probably know most of those curse words. But, which of the signs do you know? I know Tune sign.
I know tune, I know real. I guess I could teach you something in bird.
Yeah, bird?
Bird.
That's not what I know.
I could teach you bird. They don't really have swear. Well, no, that I lied unintentionally. That's no. It depends on the bird. Some of them don't have swears. Others have so many.
You know, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I come up with them for fun.
I see.
Hmm. Oh, I know a good one. I think you could learn this one.
Hmm.
And it's similarly probably a Corvid one,
Yeah.
like a whistle chirp. It's the same kind of like mild insult, but more to like be funny
Uh-huh.
kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. Something used in good humor.
Exactly, yeah.
He will, I think I'll roll, performance to see how well he's able to mimic it.
That's fair. Yeah.
That's a 19. That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd definitely say he manages it with that, and she looks pretty impressed.
Oh, I put it in wrong. That's a plus 8, but it's still it's a 19. Anyway.
Yeah. That's okay. It's the it's the weekend. Ignore the fact that it's not the weekend. We don't have to do math. It's fine. Shh. Ignore the fact that it's not the weekend. Shh. This is a recording. People will listen to later. They won't know.
But yeah, I don't I can't think of any other things that Professor necessarily has to ask right now, unless
Okay.
Ellie wants to ask something.
Should probably pause for a minute and then think about it. And probably has to like stand up on the chair because even though she's a little bit bigger again, she's still not that tall next to the professor, so she needs to stand on the booth.
Mm-hmm.
And she just like says as quietly as she can. She's like, "Also, you could like still call me Ellie when I look the other when I got the disguise on, but
You, you could know I'm banana, okay?
Ah, I see. Thank you.
You're welcome. I gotta go back over to my side now, but
All
and
right.
she gives the professor one more hug.
Yes. Hugs.
Goes back over and she comes back out looking like Ellie again.
I really like the glasses are pretty fun. Like you can't see any differently with them, but they make everything look fun. Thanks for the food.
Of course. No problem.
And I guess they enjoy their food.
Yeah.
Hey.
Eh,
Eh,
that was nice.
That was.
Eh.
Thank you so much. Oh, stop it! He didn't get. As expected, he did not get yelled at.
Ah, yes.
Yay.
Yay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for playing with me.
Yeah, thank you too. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you, listening audience, for the recording in the future. We will bid you all a good time zone.
Have a good time, zone. Bye.
Bye.